What's up, everybody? It's Bobby Gray here, the founder and fearless leader of TEXITcoin, joining you for a Thursday night edition of Introduction to TEXITcoin. We want to dive headfirst tonight into the TEXITcoin story. We're recording this. Hopefully it comes out great and it's incredibly useful, educational, and you have an opportunity to share it with other people that are also curious to learn what this TEXITcoin thing is all about. And so the story begins with where we kicked off April of last year. And the April of last year story was all about how to get rich off of crypto. I'm going to share my screen with you here because I hope to do a little bit of a slideshow as we go. But the original version of this story was talking about how to get rich with crypto and why most people missed out on that opportunity. You know, Bitcoin white paper was published back in 2008. The first block was mined in early 2009. And so, you know, back then it was easy to miss out on it because we didn't hear about it until maybe 2017, 2018, maybe later. Maybe you heard about it a little bit earlier. But Bitcoin was the first. It cracked the nut, so to speak, on this really big challenge of how to remove the central authority from the digital money conversation. Anytime you've got digital money, you've always got a central authority that's keeping track of the accounts and balances and the transactions that are taking place with that currency. And so Bitcoin was able to figure out how to decentralize that concept and eliminate the need for a central authority in that conversation. And so we missed out on the Bitcoin money revolution. I missed it. Most of the people on this call missed it. You know, very few people actually got in on Bitcoin back in the early days. And so, you know, that's certainly frustrating, but if you don't know, you don't know. Well, then Litecoin came out and Dogecoin was, you know, actually one of the earliest alternatives to Bitcoin. Then we've got things like Ethereum and Ripple, Monero, Cardano, Binance. And so the strategy to get rich off of crypto is actually really simple. You know, find a cryptocurrency that's new. It's cheap. It's brand new. The whole world hasn't heard about it. They haven't bought and sold it yet. Do your research, do some due diligence, watch some videos, talk to people about it, and then you have to take a leap of faith. And if you pick the right project and you get in early enough, you can get rich off of it. And we've seen that happen time and time and time again. In fact, you know, we talked in the original video about what would have happened if you put $100 into Litecoin or Doge or Ripple or Monero or Ethereum or Cardano or Binance or Shiba back when they first came out. Not on like day one, not like when the founders were getting their piece of the pie, but like by the time it hit an actual exchange. And I think when we did the math back then, it was something like $250,000 if you put just $100 into each one of those things. And that's a huge return. And so, you know, the conversation for TEXITcoin really started as like, hey, why not? And so the only question that anyone's really thinking about is like, which one of these cryptocurrencies is going to be next? Well, why can't it be TEXITcoin? You know, TEXITcoin has got a real mission, a real vision, a real strategy. It's kind of following in the footsteps of some other projects that came before it that did well and some that did incredibly poorly. It's learning from these mistakes and taking all that knowledge, all that information, and moving forward into the future with a Texas-based cryptocurrency, which has never been done before.